Well, to Jan and Nick and Michael, thank you for inviting me to participate. Victor Jenkins, thank you for this lovely, lovely Mass and your words. I am stunned by the number of people in this church. Jim Maloof is the only person that can pull off two services, one on Saturday and one on Sunday. I've never seen that in Peoria before. Maloof is the only guy that could do it. Thank you all for being here. And for the thousands of people who came yesterday, and the hundreds of people who came today. When I was growing up in Peoria, I thought of Jim Maloof as the Danny Thomas of Peoria. He sang, he entertained, and he was one of the happiest people that I ever knew as a young boy. And we really did think of him as Danny Thomas in so many ways. And they had so much in common. They both had a vision. They both had great talent. They both were great leaders. And until I grew up, I didn't really realize the kind of influence that Danny Thomas had on Jim Maloof. I don't know of another person in central Illinois or in Peoria who has touched as many lives as Jim Maloof has touched. Everyone knows who Jim Maloof is. And he knows just about everybody in Peoria. For as the bishop said, he sang in everyone's wedding, or attended it. He sang in every church. His real estate business touched so many lives. And so, because of his involvement in so many people's lives, when he decided to run for mayor, someone asked me if I thought he had a good chance of winning. And I said, he has sung in so many weddings that there is no way that he can lose. And because of all the lives that he touched, it was a tough race, but a race that he won overwhelmingly. Jim has many legacies, and I'd like to talk about two of them. When Jim got elected mayor, as the bishop said, our community was facing one of the toughest times in the history of Peoria. A lot of our friends and neighbors were out of work. We were in a tough, tough recession. And Jim ran on the idea that if he could get people to pull together and work together and come together, that we'd get out of the malaise that many of us felt that we were in. Jim Maloof was not a malaise man. He was a forward Peoria man. That's what he was. He was about bringing people together, having them work together, and the sheer force of his energy and enthusiasm pulled us out of one of the toughest times our community has ever seen. And the lights stayed on. Jim encouraged businesses to expand. Jim encouraged businesses to come to Peoria. And as a result, our community is a better place. His legacy as mayor will be many, many things. But the leadership that he showed to his friends and neighbors and the people that he served in Peoria and Central Illinois will be the leadership that he showed. Jim never thought he was the smartest guy in the room. He never thought that he could give the best speech. But he knew, because of his enthusiasm and his energy and getting up every day, that Peoria could be a great city again, and Central Illinois could be a great area for our families to live in. What a legacy. And look where we are today. We're back. Jim's other legacy has been talked about a lot. And I think it stems from the premise that our children really are our treasures. Think about it. Who do we treasure more than anyone else? We treasure our children. And Jim knew that more than anybody else. He loved children. And his legacy of the St. Jude affiliate will last far beyond any other memories that we will have of Jim Maloof. The lives that he touched, the children that he saved, the families that he helped. And he didn't just do it by fundraising. He did it by phone calls and visiting families and visiting Memphis and visiting the St. Jude affiliate and touching lives, touching the hearts of children, touching the hearts of families, almost like he was their parent or grandparent or uncle. And the lives that he has saved because of what he did to build the St. Jude affiliate is extraordinary. And I don't know if there's another place in America that has the kind of St. Jude affiliate that we have here because of Jim Maloof's leadership. That'll be his legacy. That's what we will really remember him for. That's what thousands of children and families will remember him for. And he also knew that he needed to find leadership to carry on, and he's done that by putting people in place on the board and putting people in place at the affiliate so that the St. Jude affiliate will continue to save children's lives, to help families, and to be the outstanding organization that it is. So as we depart today, we all have so many memories of Jim. But I believe that on the day that Jim died, he was met in heaven by his partner of many, many years, Trudy, by his brother Mitch and his other brothers. And let me just say a word about Mitch. One time when I ran into Jim, he said that he had been to visit Mitch, who was in a nursing home. And I said, how's he doing? And he said to me, Mitch has Alzheimer's. And so what I do when I visit Mitch is I sing to him. I sing to him. That's the way that Jim communicated to his brother. He was met by Trudy, by Mark, his deceased son, by Mitch, and by thousands of young people and their families who didn't make it through the St. Jude program. And I guarantee you, he and Danny Thomas are leading the St. Jude Children's Choir in heaven today. There's no doubt about it. They are singing up a storm. Jim and Danny are leading them. God bless you, Jim. We love you, and we'll never forget you. One final note, and I'm sorry to do this because I know this is a little bit of an embarrassment, but there is one family member I want to single out. Kathy and I have 4 children, 4 grown children. If we could have a daughter like Jim had, the kind of caregiver that looked after him, the way that Jan looked after her dad, what a blessing that would be. Thank you, Jan, for what you did for your dad. God bless you.